What if the very thing you're holding on the right now is the very thing that's keeping you stuck? What if the anxiety, the overthinking, the emotional exhaustion isn't coming from your situation but from your inability to release it? Some of you are tired not because life is hard, but because you are trying to control what only God can handle. You keep replaying the same thoughts, you keep trying to fix what won't change. You keep holding on something God is already asking you to release, and deep down you know it. This message is for that moment because learning how to let go and trust God is not about losing something important. It's about finally placing it in the hands of the one who never loses control. One letting go starts when you accept you are not in control. Let's be honest, most of us don't struggle with the trust in God. We struggle with losing control. We want clarity, we want timelines, we want guarantees, but God doesn't operate on our needs for certainty. And that's where the tension lies. Because faith means walking forward without seeing the whole path. Proverbs 3 verse 5 to 6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him and He will make your path straight." It doesn't say understand first, then trust. It says trust even when you don't understand. This verse calls you to trust God completely, not just when things are clear, but especially when they are not. Instead of depending only on your own logic, you are invited to rely on your God's wisdom and guidance. Letting go begins when you accept this truth. You are not in control, but you are held by the one who is. 2. Holding on too tight can become disobedience to God. Sometimes the pain you feel isn't just from the situation, it's from how tightly you are holding on something. God is asking you to release the relationship you are trying to force the door. You keep trying to reopen the outcome, you keep insisting must happen, but there's a hard truth. When God is closing something and you keep forcing it open, that's not faith, that's resistance. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 6 says, "A time to search and a time to give up, a time to keep and a time to throw away." This verse teaches us that life has seasons. There's a time to hold on and a time to let go. Not everything is meant to stay forever. And wisdom is knowing when to release what no longer belongs into your life. God's timing includes both gaining and letting go. Trust Him in both the seasons. There is a season for holding on, but also a season for letting go. And when you refuse to release what God is removing, you don't just lose space, you delay His plan. Because God cannot lead you forward if you are anchored to what He's already ended. Sometimes letting go isn't weakness, it's obedience. 3. Trusting God doesn't mean you won't feel fear. Let's clear something up. Trusting God does not mean you suddenly feel calm all the time. It doesn't mean fear despair. Even the strongest believer feel uncertainty, even they wrestle. But trust is not the absence of fear. It's choosing faith in the presence of it. Isaiah 41 verse 10 says, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with all my righteous right hand." This verse is a powerful reminder that you are never alone. God tells you not to fear because He is with you, strengthening you, helping you, and holding you steady. No matter what you are facing, God is with you, giving you strength and support every step of the way. That means you can feel afraid and still move forward. You can feel uncertain and still surrender. You don't need to be perfect to trust God. You just need a willing heart. 4. Letting go is a daily decision, not a one-time act. Here's a many people get frustrated. They think letting go is a something you do once and then you're done. But in reality, letting go is something you'll have to choose again and again and again because your mind will try to go back to worry, back to control, back to what if. That's why Jesus said in Matthew 6 verse 34, Do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day already has its own challenges, and focusing too much on tomorrow only adds unnecessary stress. Focus on today and trust God with tomorrow. He will take care of what's ahead. This is the daily surrender, not future surrender. Not once everything makes sense, surrender, but oh, today, right now, you let go of what you cannot control and you trust God with what comes next. 5. What letting go actually looks like in a real life. Let's make it this practical. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring, it means you stop forcing outcomes. You stop chasing what God is removing. You stop reopening the doors has closed. Instead, you shift your posture from control to trust, from anxiety to surrender, from striving to stillness. You don't have to carry everything on your own. Let go of your anxiety and trust God with it because He cares deeply for you. 1 Peter 5 verse 7 says, cast all your anxiety on Him because He cares for you. Notice that word, cast. Not hold, not manage, not carry slowly. Cast. That means you actively release it to God. It sounds like, God, I don't understand this, but I trust you. God, this hurts, but I release it to you. God, I wanted a different outcome, but I believe you. See what I can't. That's what letting go looks like. Not a perfection, but surrender. 6. Sometimes God removes things to protect you, not punish you. This is the one of the hardest truths to accept. When something doesn't work out, we assume it's a loss. But what if it's a protection? What if it's the thing you are trying to hold on to is very thing God is trying to save you from? Romans 8 verse 28 says, and we know that in all the things God works for you, for your good and those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose, not some things, not easy things. All the things, even the closed doors, even the delays, even the disappointments, God is working through every situation, good or bad, for a greater purpose in the lives of those who love Him. Even when things seem wrong, He can turn them into the something meaningful. Not in your life is wasted. Nothing is wasted. God is using it all for your good and His purpose. God sees what you don't. And sometimes letting go is trusting that His no is just as loving as His yes. 7. Peace comes after surrender, not before. A lot of people are waiting to feel peace before they let go, but that's not how it works. Peace doesn't come before surrender, it comes after when you finally release the pressure, when you stop trying to control everything, when you place it into the God's hand. That's when peace begins to settle in. Philippians 4 verse 6 to 7 says, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation by prayer and petition. Present your request to God, and the peace of God will guard your hearts and your mind in Jesus Christ. Did you catch that? First prayer, first release, first surrender, then peace comes. Not because everything is fixed, but because you are no longer carrying it alone. Instead of worrying, we are called to bring everything to God with thanksgiving, and in return, He gives a peace that goes beyond human understanding. Pray about everything, worry about nothing, and God will give you peace that guards your heart and mind. If you're struggling to let go right now, if there's something in your life you keep trying to control, this is your reminder. You don't have to figure everything out. You don't have to force what isn't working. You don't have to carry what God never asked you to carry. Let go, not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. Trust God, not because you understand, but because He does. And sometimes the moment you finally release, it is the moment God begins to move.